Star of the show. Alright, so this is that budget question that you've been waiting on, Mr. Spears. Alright, so what you gonna cut and what you gonna add to?
That's right. Well,
1 minute.
Our one purpose as a school is to provide education. Any cuts that we make cannot take away from the education we provide to our students. We've got whatever we take away now. If you're asking for a specific item, are we going to cut out, school buses, lunches, or we're going to buy cheaper, whatever you can do. You can go line by line, but the items that we take away cannot take away from the education. Okay. As far as athletics goes, I think athletics draw students. Do I think we need to spend all of our money? No, I don't think we need to. But if athletics is going to help keep our students over on Arkansas side, that will increase our budget. That will give us more funds to spend on other things. If we lag behind in athletics, then we're going to lose more students over our deals.
Okay, good. Mr. Denman, it's your turn.
I'll answer that question just like Mr. Spears. I don't see anything that we could cut. I think if we're talking about the education of our kids, we don't need to be looking at cutting anything. If there's anything, we need to be looking to find more money to support our school districts. So I don't see a cut. See us cutting anything within TASB.
Let me just follow that up then. Where do you think that we can find more money? I mean, do we go to the state for it, or do we ask for grants, or how do we do that?
Well, we can do that by a combination of grants, but again, more students mean more money. We have to keep our kids in the school district. If we're losing them to Texas, then we are losing federal money. And so that is, like I said, the number one issue that I see for this school district is trying to keep our kids in this school district.
Okay, Mr. Spears?
Well, again, we've got the very same answer. I think we both understand the problem. It's losing the kids. If the money's there, I mean, yes, there's grant programs, in the state. I apply for them weekly, for different cities and towns, but there's a lot of competition for those funds, but the loss of the students, our decline in enrollment from back when I graduated to now, we've lost a lot of funds that we could use for improvements, for increasing salaries, for keeping our students, for building new awnings, for kids to walk from one class to the next. I know that's what my daughter told me. Of course, I know from the last board meeting that we used to have them, but that was one thing she said. We need awnings. We get rained on.
Must have been your good idea they took up, right? Okay.
Yes.
The next question is, what do you think would be a good way to alter this?
Okay, who's helping me keep up with these names? It's Mr. Spears. That's your first on this one, is that right? Okay. Parent participation.
How do we improve parent participation? I was highly involved in my children's education and still am. I try to make to every one of the things. That's one of the benefits that I receive from being self-employed. Okay. Not every parent has that opportunity. We've got to have one thing that I actually was talking to some of my children, to my kids about, was having a pep rally. I know that when we have the tests, end of the year tests, we've got student pep rallies. We have academic pep rallies, and they have incentive programs. But the reasons why we lag behind, I think, is because the parents are not getting involved with those tests. Maybe we can have parent pep rallies. Maybe we get the parents out there after hours, a later day, and try and see if we get parents there and they realize and they can instruct their kids. Hey, I ask my kids every day when they're taking those tests, hey, how do you think you did? You did good? We've got to get the parents involved with asking those questions, whether it's through mailers or meetings or telephone calls.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Dennis.
We have to get the parents involved, and I don't think that we can sit back and wait on the parents to come to us. I don't think that's going to happen. But the same way we're meeting tonight in a forum just like this, we can go to every district that we have a representative, and we have representatives in every district of this city. And we can have forums just like this where we invite the parents. We go out to them, invite them to come out, tell them the good things that we have going on in our district. Solicit their input. You know, have a mutual exchange of ideas, and there'll probably be some good ideas. Make the parents feel as though they're a part of their kids' education. And we can do that by way of community forums. There's no reason why we can't have a forum just like this with our school board and our school officials.
21st, 1 week from today.
Okay.
Early voting opens today.
Early voting opens today.
Okay. And then who all gets to vote for y'all? Ms. Lemon?
Everyone within the city limits.
So everybody in Texas County, Arkansas gets to vote for you, okay? And then,
I shouldn't say that everybody in the city limits because it does take in some of the unincorporated areas of the city.
And do you know where early voting is held? Is it at the courthouse? And that's the only place,
You have to
right?
have a photo ID and be a registered voter, or your voter registration card.
Okay. So you got a week to go vote, and encourage your neighbors and your friends to go vote because it's important that we bring some importance to this school board. You know, the school board is probably one of the thankless jobs there are in our community, and oftentimes when you hear about interactions with the school board, you know, it's somebody going up there with something negative to the school board, you know, but they've got a big job to do, and they spend a lot of our tax dollars too.
But
So
it's
yeah.
also one of the most important boards because you're entrusting your children, which is your future,
And your tax dollars.
and your tax dollars.
That's right. Yeah.
I think it's one of the most important boards that there is.
Okay. I have a question that I'd like to ask. You know, band was really important to me when I was in school. By the way, I went to Arkansas High also, and I was in the band that got to go on a band trip to Ireland. You know, and that was really a unique thing. Do you think that band plays a part in drawing and/or keeping our students? Are we still there to support the band like it was when I was there, or do they pretty much do their own supporting through, you know, the concession stand sales and things like that? I think Mr. Denman's first on this one.
Well, I think we still do support the band, and I think the band is a integral part of the school. Probably a lot has changed since we were in school as far as finances. I think that the band probably derives a lot of their finances from concession sales, especially during football season, and there's a little bit more money there than probably was at the time that we were in school. But yes, I do think that we need to get behind every organization at the school and show our support.
Good. Okay. Mrs. Spears.
Oh, yes, the band is 100% important to the school. Not everybody is made to be out there throwing the football down the field.
I found that out.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was too. I was the smallest kid in on the team, so yeah, it didn't take me long to figure out football wasn't for me. But the band, my wife was in the band. I wouldn't. I have a hard time playing the radio. But my wife was, and I think the band at halftime, I mean, they put in as much work as, and her brother actually was a member of the band at the University of Arkansas, and they put in as much work as the sports team. And it is most definitely time consuming and very important part of the school experience.
Good. Okay.